Today, we are going to navigate you through the Targaryen family tree and why everybody should stop naming their child Aegon. Because guess what, folks? It's confusing.
There's two of them.
Yeah. And then. Oh, baby, we here.
We steer
you in the right direction. Welcome to another episode of the Grossi Perna Show. Tom Grossi, Brandon Perna, and this is GP. Are you grazing on your microphone? It's just like a little num num.
I want something to touch me.
Okay, so I'm gonna DM Jess real quick just to make sure everything's all good, and we're just
football fans, is this what you showed up for? Huh?
For House of the Dragon references, long S's, and Brandon Perna just wanting to be touched physically.
Hey, what are we going to talk about? X's and O's all day long? The hottest news stories in the NFL? No, sometimes we got to get personal.
That's it. I mean, listen, our ASMR thing was a hit from this past Monday night.
Oh, it was.
It was. So, just saying.
ASMR, NPR. Is NPR the original ASMR? That's a real question.
That's true. Carrie? You mean Carmi?
Oh, we should
GPS. That'd be good.
Gunzo.
That's easy.
Easy.
P. Even if she could just do the S, take my job. Because 3 letters to say in the morning are pretty difficult. So
yeah, it's a tough.
But we got a lot to talk about today. Of course, we're going to be comparing our power rankings. We'll talk about who Brandon Perna cursed yet again, and we'll see if this one will. Maybe this one will work.
It's got to. Or the curse wheel is officially dead.
We're going to talk about that. We got some Tua news. Brett Favre, just being like, I never did anything wrong.
What I was doing.
I'm
just a good old country boy.
How could I know
the government was getting tricky with my monies? Shut up,
I've been
Favre.
bamboozled.
I didn't know I was sending pics with my dick. I just didn't know how technology works. Oh, I was stealing money from the state of Mississippi and giving it to a volleyball team? Not me, Brett Favre. You remember? You remember when I was in Something About Mary? That was funny. Super Bowl, huh, guys? Huh? I was a Viking too.
And a Jet.
Yeah, that's my Brett Favre.
Do you feel more vindicated now that you stole another Super Bowl away from him?
Yes, a little bit.
I kind of still hate you for it because the team, but
yeah,
I've kind of made peace with it.
I'm not relishing in Favre's downfall. I always liked Favre.
Yeah, he was my favorite player growing up.
Yeah, he was fun to watch. I respect the dude who is really good at football, insane arm talent, wins a lot of games, but also he's the gunslinger. He's gonna do some dumb shit during.
You lived and died by Brett Favre,
and I love it. I love the recklessness. I enjoyed watching him, and the last video I did about him, I was like, part of the reason he doesn't take more heat for this is he's likable and charming. Yeah. People like Brett Favre. And now, all of this stuff is just a shame.
Yeah, it sucks. It's really, really crappy. And he finally came out and said, I did nothing wrong. It was nothing. Yeah. Even though, there's the text messages, there's some money there's all this stuff, and he was just like, but I could throw it on top of them mountains over there. I can do it.
Hey
I can
guys,
do it.
did I steal money? But look how far I can sling the rock still.
And look how good I look in these Wrangler jeans. Are they still paying me?
Yeah. Courtesy of Copper Fit, I can still throw it 75 yards. Now,
Well-
I will take that money and I'll pay it back. I'll pay it all back. It's no crime if I pay it back, right?
Yep, that's how it works.
Yeah,
That is
no,
how it works.
sharp hammered him for sure.
Yeah. But that's not the only former Green Bay Packer who is getting a little heat as of late. Because while you and I were streaming, we didn't even notice this because it wasn't something that they showed.
No.
But Devante Adams, after leaving the field on Monday evening, and now it's so funny. And this is what I love about Twitter. And that's why nobody should take Twitter seriously. Because they posted the video on Monday night. Devante Adams walking off the field, and a sound guy got in front of him, and he pushed him down and then just stopped for a second, then just kept walking, right? Devante later that night would apologize and said, like, I shouldn't have done it, blah, blah, blah. Then what you have is, like, yesterday, you get alternative angles. I know Schefter, like, tweeted out an alternative angle, and it looks like he just walked in front of him. Maybe Devante didn't see him, and now we're arguing about the angles. And
the Zapruder film.
The best thing about that entire clip is the fact that right underneath the first video, they're like, wow, Devante should not have done that. And right below, it's like, the guy shouldn't have walked in front of him. And it's just like battling it out of like, oh, he pushed him. Well, he deserved to get pushed. Oh, he didn't. I was like, this is Twitter.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Oh, it's 100%.
Like Devante Adams could have punched him in the face and kicked him in the nuts and been like, shouldn't have gotten in the way. Like there will be people that will say shouldn't have gotten in the way. And of course now, like there is a police report that is filed. Whether anything is going to come about that, I doubt it. I do like how they're like non-life-threatening injuries. Thank God, because we were worried about it for a hot second.
Yeah, non-life threat. No poo-poo. No poo-poo.
Worlds of Fun. So, yeah, Worlds of Fun banned him for life, Devante.
Yeah, that was funny.
Never go back.
Because Worlds of Fun, that's a Kansas City amusement park. I've been there before. So, look, did Devante intentionally push that guy? 100% yes. He didn't push him like super hard. But as I point out, this guy's carrying a C stand. Now, you have to have worked in production to know what a C stand is. They're a weird, awkward thing to carry. So somebody pushes you when you're carrying one of those, you're going to fall down. Like, you don't want it, like, they're weighted weird. So like, he could have just did a little, and that guy might have fallen on his butt, okay? Should Devante have done that? No, of course not. And I'm glad he apologized later. I don't think that it's very out of character for Devante.
Very.
But
yeah,
that's what being a Raider is going to do to a man. And it's going to happen quickly, Devante. You got your money. Okay. That's, you wanted to go. There was no certainty with Aaron Rodgers if you're going to play one more year in Green Bay. But this is life now, bruh. This is life now, and you better get used to it, because if you think that loss was bad, you've got worse ones coming to you, man. It's not going to get better. Yeah, it's not going to get better, Devante. Shit is going to get worse in Vegas. Josh McDaniels is like, the fact that he got you a win against the Broncos, just be thankful for that. You got to look out for McDaniels. You got to watch out for Hunter Renfrow, because he's going to run into you. Game on the line. You think the ball's coming to you? Not if little Hunter Renfrow's cutting you at the legs. And this guy
has lost 3 games in the regular season for the past 3 years, and has now lost more games in the first 5 weeks.
And let me just say this. Here's my real problem. Like, Devante pushing him, don't do that. It's a bad look.
Stupid. It's stupid.
But the guy filing a police report, I can't stand that. I'm not one of those like bravado sort of dudes. I'm clear cut alpha. I mean beta. I'm a beta. I'm a beta male is what I meant to say.
Clear cut alpha. I'm so sorry. I meant beta. I'm sorry.
I am a beta male. Give me like none of the macho stuff, right? But as a man, if somebody pushed me to the ground and it was seen on national TV, There is no chance in hell I am filing a police report for that. Had he punched me in the face, I'm like, okay. He just came up and sucker punched me. Fine. But like just these money grabs, like you weren't hurt. You just felt that you got pushed to the ground. Oh, it drives me nuts. It's a problem with our society.
Welcome to America, the home of litigation. That's right.
I am an alpha, though. I just established that.
Yeah.
Admitting that I'm a beta is an alpha move, actually.
So you're a Sigma male.
What's below that? What's Zeta? What's a C? I want to be a C. Coward. There it is.
Zeta, isn't that Z?
Alpha, Bama. Gamma. I'm Gamma.
Alpha, Bama.
Alpha, Bama, Omaha. I'm a Gamma. What's a Gamma?
That's the whole.
Paul, we in the same boat.
Gamma's just like the radiation that the Hulk gets infected by.
Oh, sick. I'm going to get so yoked once I get that gamma rays through my brain.
Yep. Listen, I'm wondering. I wonder he's going to get fined. I'm wondering if there's going to be like at least a week suspension.
Yeah, if you get suspended for pushing a player, I'm sure the NFL has to suspend you for pushing a civilian, right?
Maybe. I would assume so. Because again, it's so exactly, Colin. That's America. Yes. Ball man, big bad. Ball man hit me, pay me. Ball man now, pay me.
Ball man now.
Listen, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, Jess is for sure.
But the issue, you said Alpha Bama.
Alpha Bama, Omaha. I do not love my mom and pa. That's the song, right?
Yes. Oh, home.
Home.
Where the hell was I? I don't even remember. I don't.
Greek alphabet's stupid is my point.
Devante Adams is a bit sad, and of course, it didn't make it any better that he like balled out too on Monday night, and
the
like
car hit him twice, big TDs.
And of course, before the game too, there was a fan in a Devante Adams Packers jersey saying, "I miss you," and he said, "I miss you too." And I was just like, "Oh, he's missing it now. Yeah. He's missing."
You know what it does show about Devante Adams though is he cares more about winning than production. And that's not always true for wide receivers. I think there would be a lot of wide receivers leave that game like a 48 and a 50-plus yard touchdown. You know, they balled out. They look great. These guys, they don't care. They're not going to show that kind of emotion after a loss. Be like, well, I played well. What else do you want me to do? Devante cares about winning. And that's why he was such a great fit with the Packers and with Rodgers too. It's just... it's going to be a long road.
I will say, though, and I think that's kind of sad, this Devante Adams story is getting significantly more news coverage than the Brett Favre news story. Like, significantly. Like, it's not even close.
Because the Brett Favre story is boring. Like, to understand it, you have to do some reading.
Yeah.
And people are like, no. Give me the 10-second clip of Devante pushing the dude. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. Like literally a former NFL superstar, like taking millions of dollars and defrauding the state of Mississippi, like all that. And it's like, but Devante pushed that one guy. So
let's talk about that.
Yeah, I don't. I'm curious to see what the punishment is going to be. The Raiders will probably just lose their next game if Devante is out. They'll probably lose if he's in. It doesn't matter.
No, it sucks because they should have won that game. Like,
oh yeah, and they had opportunities to multiple. So,
Alabama, Omaha.
That's true.
Where we treat your cousins right.
That's right.
Ooh,
banjo playing in the distance.
House of Dragon, Omaha. There we go. Because
Yep. So, in addition, you got Tua returning to practice. He was just ruled out, though. He is not going to be playing this Sunday. And that actually brings me into my next point, because guess who they're playing on Sunday?
The Dolphins?
Yep.
Who?
The Minnesota Vikings.
Oh.
Here's what I'm going to say right now. The
Vikings
Minnesota
going
Vikings
5-1, dog.
are going to be probably 7-1. The Vikings are probably going to go 7-1.
Wow.
And it's not a testament to the Vikings. I want to be very clear. Very, very clear.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go look at their
continue.
So their schedule, their upcoming schedule here. They have the Dolphins, who are going to be without Tua, and they still got their corners who are hurt and out.
Yeah. And Teddy Bridgewater isn't even a certainty to play yet for the Dolphins.
I think Skylar is going to. So then you have against the Cardinals, which I think is going to be a winnable game. Then you have the Commanders. So that's 3. Like maybe the Cardinals give them like a tough time, but that's 3 wins they'll likely have, and they'll be 7-1. And then they're going to get their crap rocked because then they play the Bills, which will bring me a lot of joy. But the honest problem is that the Packers play the Jets, which I'm a little concerned about. I'm not going to lie. Then they play the Commanders. Then they play the Bills. So even if they're probably going to lose against the Bills. I mean, I'm always going to rah-rah, we're going to win. But that's going to be a tough game to win in Buffalo on Sunday Night Football. But the Packers, the Vikings, I don't know. And this is talking to Vikings fans too. They don't know how they've stumbled into 4-1. No. Because there are a couple of games that they're like, oh yeah, no, we would have lost those games under Zimmer, but we've won. Like we found a way. Hey. Like it took a double doink in London to win that other one. And then the Bears almost came back too. And then we all saw what happened there.
Yeah. 3 of their wins, Bears,
they knocked the pants off
Lions and Packers.
Yeah,
those are 3 division wins. Too. So like they are sitting so pretty right now.
Yep.
And beating the Lions, I thought was good at the time.
Hate it so much.
Beating the Bears, not so great. Packers week 1, that's usually a bye for whoever they're playing under current circumstances. So I totally agree with you. And in the power rankings episode, I said, I just wish the Vikings and Giants could play this week so we could figure out which 4-1 team is the real pretender because
they play like week 16, I think.
Oh, do they? They're going to
Giants.
They'll probably both be like
Vikings. It's on Christmas Eve
and 10 at that point or 9 or whatever.
I just it's just they are in a really soon. I think they're in a really good space. Unfortunately, it should be in prime time, and that's a problem for the Packers because, like you said, these are division wins that they're getting. And on top of that, if they go 7-1 and the Packers fall to the Bills, and they wind up being 4-3, at the end of it, that's a big difference. So
yeah, Murray
can't hurt.
Latavius. Oh, Latavius taking us to the promised land. Mile High Murray is what we're gonna call him. We will get to the pretenders and contenders.
Yes.
Because we do have that as a segment. I did want to show this stat. This is another good Twitter example, Tom. So this is from First Things First. Best record facing a 10-point or more deficit. Look at Patrick Mahomes. Over 500 in those situations.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy. It's insane. Gerbach's in there somehow, which is funny. You got all these like great QBs except for Gerbach. 300s. Yeah. Shows they can come back from a deficit. But Mahomes, and it's why, like, while we were streaming that game, we asked the Raiders fans, like, do you feel good about this 2-touchdown lead, or are you just waiting for the Chiefs to score quickly and come back? We've seen it so many times. But like I just posted, like, that's an insane stat. And because I've always said I think Patrick Mahomes is good. I just hate the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I was far more impressed with Patrick Mahomes early in his career than, Tom Brady. Like I easily would take Mahomes over Brady. But there are people using that stat to say that Mahomes is an empty stat quarterback and that Brady's still better. It's like, that's not the point, man.
What? I don't even know how you argue that.
One of the most impressive stats you can have. Your team is down, you lead them back, and I don't know. It's just people will fight over anything. But
that's Twitter. That was literally
insane. Twitter. That's just a dumb stat.
Like, I enjoy clementines. And they're like, wow, what about the
F
other
you.
oranges, you sick freak?
Did you know clementines are harvested in a ecologically downtrodden country, and every time you eat one, you kill a baby?
Yeah. I did
I
know
read it on the internet.
I did know that. I did. Yeah, someone said they wanted you to say that Justin Fields looked good. And here's part of my point. This gets into our contenders, pretenders, Foo Fighter, whatever. The Vikings defense made Justin Fields look good. And Justin Fields has not been good this season.
No.
And I'm not, I know you're going to be like, oh, he's a Packer fan, he's crapping on the Vikings. But I'm giving the Vikings credit. You knocked the pants off us. But they are 4-1.
Well,
and they do not look like a 4-1 team.
Let's look at it. Let's think about it this way, though, Tom. As a Packers fan, you say the Vikings defense made Justin Fields look good. You really, you just dunked on both teams in one swoop.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I always swing
home run.
Fences.
You're Albert Pujols, basically. And just to answer, like, I'm working on a Justin Fields episode.
I heard.
And I wanted to give him another game or two because I want him to look good because, you know, it's only fair. So I'll get to it. I will get to it.
I've heard this for a couple of weeks now.
He's not looking good. Yeah, we were working on it 2 weeks ago. You got to wait for a sample size.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You don't go into Costco, take one sample and walk out of there. You hit all of those samples. Then you buy $200 worth of toilet paper. Then you leave.
That's it.
That's how thorough I'm going to be with Justin Fields.
Amen. You're going to need a lot of toilet paper.
And by me, I mean mostly Will, but I'll get in there a little bit too.
Yeah. I mean, Mahomes, that's the thing. I mean, ask the Texans. Like that comeback, like destroyed their franchise. It really did. Like in the divisional round, like Mahomes broke the Houston Texans.
Yeah, Bill with the fake punt started it all too. Just like, with really good quarterbacks, and you see this a lot too. It's one part of it is they're great. The other part of it, I think, is just the threat of them being great.
Sure.
Which causes opposing defenses to just get stupid. Like the Raiders, for whatever reason, just could not figure
Albert
out.
Pujols, the guy who hit, was that over 700 home runs? I know who that is. I know who that is.
Maybe cover Travis Kelce, guys, in the red zone. Specifically in the red zone. Put two guys on him. Let Hunter Renfrow beat you. If you can't figure out how to stop Travis Kelce there, and you know it's gonna, like, after the first touchdown, be like, okay. After the second touchdown, definitely let's not. Third touchdown, we had no more for him.
That was it. No más.
Fourth touchdown. That's the defense being stupid. And you see it happen with Brady. It's like late in the game, defense has played great the whole game. He's got one drive left. Everything changes. Or even like two drives. Same thing with Aaron Rodgers. Defenses, they just get dumb because they're scared that the guy's going to beat you, and then they let him beat you.
I mean, the Giants didn't. Giants
well, yeah. Well, New York's that's a tough group of guys, Dom. Not gonna face
scrappy.
They're
not gonna give you anything.
They got Brian Dable back there going, "Don't let up. I ain't scared to lose."
He's a good coach. He is, and I hate it so much.
Yeah.
I hate it so much.
Broncos fans were like, "Why didn't we interview Brian Dable?" Well, he didn't want to come to Denver. Like, it wasn't an option. So. Wasn't even on the table.
Nope.
Dable, not on the table. All right. Power rankings. You want to look at
it? Put it on a shirt. Yep. Power rankings. Let's go.
Where are we? Come on, Powers.
I don't know.
Oh, Kenny Powers.
Oh, that's the one. All right. I hate you. Why? I'm sorry. Okay. There is so much wrong with this. There is so. Also, holy shoot. Do we really have 1 through 7 the exact same? Seriously?
Wait, hold on. Let me double check mine.
There's no way. We're the exact same for again, folks. We do not talk about these at all. Like, this is the first time that we see each other's power rankings.
Yep, exactly the same, Tom. We went 1 through 7, spot on.
I can't. Like, Folks, I cannot tell you how little we prepare for the show. We do not talk about it at all. Literally about an hour before the show, we get a document going. And Perna's like, give me your power rankings so I could go and I could just make a graphic.
To make the Viking lover graphic. And
okay, yeah. Let's go back to that image because besides the insanity, thank you so much for the Viking lover. Also for the Chargers upside down logo. But what are the 49ers and Dolphins doing above yours?
Okay, Tom. Well, I've added a new category to my power rankings, and it is number 11, the injured reserve teams.
Oh no, the bye weeks are this week. No. See, Perna, if you're brand new to GPS and to power rankings, that Brandon Perna does, he adds a lot more than 10. I think at one point it was 14.
We'll get to 14.
Yeah, that's definitely for the playoffs. And then every now and then when teams are on buys, he doesn't put them on the power rankings because they were on a bye the previous week. So,
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So this is the last time you're ever gonna see something like this. Is basically what I'm trying to say.
So here we go.
That's
Dolphins,
crazy.
Niners, injured reserve team. I think the Dolphins are still good, but we can't know that. Like, no Tua. Sure. Teddy is a question mark. Okay. 49ers. I said I probably would have put them down at 7, actually. I would put the Niners ahead of the Vikings because I think San Francisco actually has the best defense in the NFL right now.
I think they're better. It's just because of the injuries I put them down below.
Yeah, it's like they just, boom. Bosa might miss a game or 2 or 3. It just depends on the penis groin injury. They lose corner. Mosley's out. Yep. Corner's always tough to replace. Who else was banged up?
Their D-line is good enough, though.
It's insane. Like, I just started going through the numbers for the Niners. Best against the run. They have the most sacks right now. Let's see. Where's this defense? Looking for defense. Where's points allowed?
They're gonna be good. They're gonna be good.
Just 4 red zone touchdowns this season. That's tied for second best with the Rams and Saints. Broncos and Cowboys.
Yeah, Ward broke his hand. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Ward broke his hand. So it's like there's a lot there.
Yes.
And they might be fine. They might come out and still just play great defense because if your front's that good,
it makes your secondary look significantly better.
And their secondary is a lot better. And Hufanga, he's a dynamic playmaker at safety. So I would have loved to put him in, but I need to see another week how they navigate these injuries. And
I actually thought about the Jets for the hottest of seconds. I really did, but I was like, if you beat the Packers, you're on there. So
hell yeah, I had to put the Jets in.
I was this close from doing it, but they beat a third. I mean, again, they've racked up some wins. They're 3-2, but they beat a third string QB in Miami.
No, I know. So I said literally there's nothing impressive about your team statistically.
It's the Vikings, but that's the Vikings.
Yeah. No, it's but the Jets are finding ways to win right now. And if they do it one more time, they do it this week. Everybody
then they go up.
Oh, is there something here with the Jets? I think they found they got to get the ball to Breece Hall. That makes too much sense. Their young guys are making plays. It's going to depend on Zach Wilson so much. And it's not like he's been good since he's returned, but he played a little bit better this week. He plays a little bit better every week. What?
Ian Rappaport just tweeted out, Devante Adams is being reviewed, but he's been charged with misdemeanor assault.
Oh, my God.
Look.
What's wrong with this country?
Hold on. I mean, buddy, where do we begin? But hold on.
Wow.
There you go. Yep. Cited for assault. That's a good point. That's why I thought about putting you on there. Yeah. So, okay. Violation information. I was like, did they give the guy's address? I'm like, no, that's the stadium.
Yeah. That's like a next level troll by Kansas City. If that was in Vegas, they'd be like, nah, we're not charging you, Devante.
All right, hold on. What does this say? All right, assault. did by an intentional overact inflict bodily injury or cause an unlawful offensive contact upon the person, pushing him to the ground using 2 hands, causing whiplash and headache, possible minor concussion.
What? Possible minor concussion? Yeah. What are you, the Dolphins? Come on.
Look at that. Look at that right there. Possible concussion.
Jeez Louise.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
He got pushed with 2 hands. How dare he?
I do love how it's all in caps. Okay. Well, there you go. There you go.
Wow.
I mean, the guy obviously just wants to get paid.
Yeah. I mean, it's misdemeanor. That's not very serious.
No, he's not going to get it's going to be here, give me some money.
Yeah. He'll do
I
less
use dark
time
mode
than
on my phone
Pat
because I'm
Shurmur.
not usually on it on desktop. Okay, calm down. Sorry.
Wow. I do kind of respect Kansas City following through, though. The legal system there. The win wasn't enough. Let's take another jab at the Raiders and actually let this misdemeanor stick.
Yep. Yeah, the ratio. Oh my God, yeah.
Man.
What a joke. I'm sorry. He has a back injury. That's funny.
Does he actually have a back injury?
Devante's gonna have to because that's the thing. All the memes coming out of here were amazing because it was all the guys showing up in full body casts, showing up to court, people rolling down the street if Devante pushed them. But yeah,
it's kind of weird because that guy is obviously an employee of the Monday Night Football crew. So it's ESPN maybe. It's a little interesting that ESPN or the NFL didn't get involved to make that go away before, he filed. Be like, hey, don't go do that. We'll work this out with you.
I think, Perna, you and I have our next get rich scheme coming really quick. You and I need to go to Denver, right? We could get sideline passes. I'm sure we could get hooked up, right? Yeah, I saw that too, right? The guy who slapped Kyler Murray. But I think, did they say it was incidental because he reached over
he was actually trying to go for the 5 and just missed.
That's how much that guy swag. He's just oh no, sorry. So my point is, okay, listen, we get some sideline passes, and
that's true.
we have somebody who do you not want to be on the Denver Broncos anymore?
Ooh. I mean, I've kind of been so hard on all of them. I don't want to, if I could get Russell Wilson to punch me, and I'm dropping a video defending Russ later. He's got the money. That would be the hardest thing I think on earth to do is to get Russell Wilson to overreact.
No, buddy. I love how David literally had the same exact idea. Listen. Here's what you do. You ready?
Yes.
You ready? Okay. Here's how we're gonna swing this. You're gonna get front row seats right behind the bench, right? Or right near the tunnel, one or the other. I am going to be dressed as Russell Wilson in full shoulder pads, the jersey, the helmet, so you can't see that I'm obviously a ghost and I'm not Russell Wilson. Then there's going to be video evidence of you goading Russell Wilson the entire time, right? The entire time during the game. You suck. You're terrible. Then in the parking lot, as I'm dressed up as Russell Wilson, I'm going to beat the hell out of you and then take off running so they think it's Russell Wilson.
Yes. And as soon as this episode's over, we will cut this part out of the show so they can't use it against us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's it. 18. 18, but that's no, we're not doing that. No, that's why I'm wearing the helmet, so you can't tell that I am actually a ghost. Does he wear sleeves?
No,
He doesn't. All right, that might be
I
a
don't
problem.
think so.
That might be a problem. That might be a problem. Okay, all right. Maybe we hire somebody like who loves Subway that's not a pedophile like Jared. We gotta someone who's really
Happy Gilmore. Let's get Adam Sandler.
Let's get Adam Sandler. He likes Subway?
Yeah, remember in Happy Gilmore, he does the Subway ads?
It's spicy.
Talk about a hole-in-one.
That's true. Okay. All right. New plan here. Adam Sandler gets a tan, right?
Oh.
And so he doesn't have to wear the sleeves. He wears the Russell Wilson jersey with the helmet. And you know what? We're going to film it vertically too. It's going to be dark in the parking lot, so you can't really see it. And then he's going to beat you up. I'll film it. And now.
There we go.
Now
we're talking.
Now we got a plan.
Woo!
Oh, he also has to say, let's ride it. As he's running away from beating you up.
Let's ride, punk. Pow.
Yes. Yes.
Get up. I dare you to ride now. Yeah, Adam Sandler probably you're too tall to play Russell Wilson. So Sandler, I think, is like 5'11" or something. That's closer to Russ. I think that's a better fit.
Okay.
Easy.
All right. We could get Capo Grossi to help out, right? He could be there on the scene and be like, I saw Russell Wilson. He wouldn't do that, but yeah.
Is Capo Grossi going to go arrest Devante Adams now?
Yeah, Ian Rappaport just had to delete that tweet because apparently Devante Adams' home address was on it.
Oh my God.
I did not notice that, and I apologize for showing that because I didn't think that would actually be a thing that would have been done.
Wow. Good job, guys.
Ooh, you could do it to Tom Brady, though.
No, I'll take him down.
Like, no, I don't want that on my record that I got beat up by Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Tom's what? Yeah, he's got the reach on me. He's so bendy and flexible. Oh, that'd be tough. Be such a tough fight.
So bendy and flexible.
He's pliable. You could punch Tom Brady in the face and it would just like absorb it. Pliability. Pliability.
All right.
It's pretty funny because like Brady and Russ Wilson both dropped like new merch tweets a day or two ago. And Russ has just been eviscerated by the local media for it because, you know, the Broncos lost.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's literally doing the same thing. And, you know, good for him. Good for his business. He deserves to make more money. What a double standard. All I'm saying.
All I'm saying. There, Papa Grossi's in the house. All right, Papa Grossi, we got a job for you. Just saying. Got a job. We got a job. All right, Perna. So yeah, power rankings 1 through 7. We're there. But now we're going to talk about the contenders. Oh, that's why I wanted to ask you. Why didn't you put the Chargers on there?
I got the Chargers in 8.
Oh, I didn't notice it. I'm dumb. Never mind.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, I think I had them lower. I think I flip-flopped them with the Bucks. I'm just like, you know, actually, I think if the Chargers and Buccaneers played, LA might win. So, I don't know.
Okay.
Like the Buccaneers needing that gifted penalty to beat the Falcons. I haven't been impressed by Tampa yet this year. And that's not just hate. That's just legit. What are you looking at?
I'm looking. I don't see his address on here.
Oh.
Because like I would just edit it out. Because it was just like the one Arrowhead. I don't see. Hold on. I just wanted to be sure because like honestly, I would just delete it. Like I'd go back and just edit out the video because I obviously don't want that. But I don't see that unless I'm blatantly missing it.
Does it have the
it has the defendant information, but it just says Devante Adams. It says the court case. It says the number, the document number. Oh, it says it right on the top. Oh, I see it. Okay. Oh, that's really crappy. All right. Yeah, I'll go fix that. I'll edit it out afterwards.
Oof.
Well, way to go, Ian Rappaport.
Good job, Ian.
Yeah, I was looking at the top left. I didn't realize it was just one box down.
Ooh.
That's not great. That's not great. All right.
Dang it. Now I got to edit this
Yeah,
shit.
no, now I'm going to have to edit it out. We're going to have to cut it out. Yeah. I mean, it's already out there now, but I don't want to add to that.
Yeah. It's not like you can get to his house anyway. I'm sure it's gated and
I'm sure. Yeah. So
because I'm pretty sure he bought like a really expensive house in Vegas this offseason, right? Or
yeah,
even but it was before the trade
that.
happened.
Yep,
Didn't he spend like
before
12 mil on a Vegas mansion? Anyway.
Yep. Yeah, it's technically public information, but
oh, okay.
You know. That's what I'm saying. All right. You ready, Perna?
Yeah, I'm not worried.
Okay. Let's start off. Let's just like go from top left all the way down to bottom right.
All right.
All right. The Titans are leading. They're on a 3-game win streak. They're leading their division. They have a bye week. I don't even think they could go in as pretenders though, because I don't think anyone thinks they're good.
Ooh.
I gotta be honest.
Wow. I feel like I have to put them in pretender because they might win their division and therefore get a playoff game.
Someone has to. Yeah.
They're non-compete disguised as a pretender.
I honestly think that's what they are because like they don't look great like at all.
Yeah.
But I mean, someone has to win that division. It's communism. It's always communism. Or not a religion or a cult. We're just a group of like-minded individuals. But yeah, okay. I agree with that. Pretenders, definitely. I don't think they are contenders.
Okay.
Dolphins are, I think they're contenders, but they have to have Tua.
Yeah, they're pretenders this week, right now, because they don't have Tua.
They need
and
Tua.
Honestly, how long's Tua going to be out? We really don't know. They're going to have to be overcautious with the injury due to all the attention.
Yes, first of all, not a call, but yeah, put the entire AFC South in the non-compete because they are. Someone has to win that dumpster fire of a division.
Yeah, that's fair. Boom. Where's the Texans? Boom.
The Texans go in there. Yep. Jaguars.
Where are you at, Jaggies?
Top, right in the middle.
There we are. Yep, jagging off. Non-compete.
It's the whole South.
There you go. Fine. We'll put you. Well, just to make it complete. There we go. That looks better.
South is not compete. Someone's gonna win it, but
there'll be a great example of why it should be on record, not division winners. Okay, so Jets. They're pretenders right now.
Okay. All right. Pretenders until proven otherwise.
Yeah. And Jets fans, I got you at 8 in the power rankings. Prove me wrong. You'll be back next week.
Ooh, we'll here's a tough one.
Bengals.
That's, dude, honestly, this is going to hurt me. I'm sorry, KGM. Right now, they're pretenders. Right now, in their current state, they have all the weapons, but they have Zach Taylor, who's Zach tailoring it up. They're not being able to put it together. Right now, I think they're pretenders because they beat a Tua-less Dolphins.
Yeah.
Right? They lost to the Cowboys. They lost week 1 against the Steelers. I know there's a different defense and stuff, but yeah, I think right now they're pretenders.
Yeah, I got to agree with you.
I don't like it, but
would they play the Saints this week? So like that's a winnable game.
Saints are at home too. Like that's going to be a tough game.
But I don't like that offense has to look good this week against a respectable defense. Otherwise, yeah, they're in that Super Bowl hangover and it's rough. Browns, 100% pretenders.
Yeah. I mean, Nick Chubb is like that offense.
Yeah. Carrying the team. Like Jacoby Brissett, I feel like he's playing better than expected.
He's playing good. He's not terrible, but
they're going to get Myles Garrett back pretty soon here. They're a good football team. They find ways to lose and or win. You just throw a coin flip, really, when the game's on the line. I don't know if they'll be better when Watson returns. I feel like he's going to need time. So, yeah, pretender. Lions, you broke my heart, Detroit.
Are they non-compete? I don't even think they're pretenders anymore. Yeah.
You broke my heart, Detroit.
Vikings, pretenders. And Vikings fans go, yeah, that's it. That's accurate. That's accurate. The Buccaneers, I feel they're pretenders too. I feel like they are. I know you're going to want to throw them in there, but that team is just not impressive to me this year. And that's another one. Someone has to win that division. It's going to be between the Saints and the Buccaneers, likely, even though the Falcons are playing tough. I mean, they just don't look great.
No. They keep talking about like Julio Jones once he gets healthy. He wasn't healthy all last year. He wasn't healthy the year before. I feel like he's going to come back and then it's going to be another hamstring or ankle or something. Like, I don't think you can rely on Julio at this point. Maybe I'll be wrong. Like, if he is healthy and Mike Evans stays healthy, they're two older receivers, but when healthy, very good. Chris Godwin, I think he's about to hit stride. I think he's going to start to feel comfortable on that knee. So they can get better, but like they don't run the ball. Their defense is very good, but it's not like dominating teams like we saw in 2020 when they won the Super Bowl. And even last year, it's just not quite as good. So, and I don't think they're as good without Bruce Arians as head coach. Like,
I don't,
So, yeah. Ooh, Niners.
Oh, man. See, here's the thing. I think
they're a contender.
I feel like they're a contender. I think they're going to win their division.
Boom.
Because I don't think it's going to be the Rams.
Nope.
And I don't think it's the Seahawks. Like, their defense, I think, is too much of a liability. And yeah.
Non-compete, Atlanta. Easy.
But again, I have to give credit to the Falcons. They are fighting, like they are not the worst team in football. And a lot of people, including myself, thought they were going to be, that they were tanking hardcore, but they are putting up fights almost every single week. So
how long before they give Desmond Ridder a look? That's a real question.
I think it's coming with it by week 8. I think they might work him in. So Ravens. Oh my God. I mean, like that's tough too. I have them in my power rankings because I was like, their team is good. They just get in their own way. Like they do. Their defense gets in there, like just blows leads. On top of that, Lamar Jackson had some incredible throws and then blatantly missed like 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, it was his worst like passing performance since I feel like his rookie year. I don't think that's going to happen every week.
I don't think so either. And I think they're just going to get better. Like, do they have something special in Duvernay, who I liked coming out of college a lot? J.K. Dobbins, once they get Gus the Bus back too, I think they're contenders.
Yeah, they're actually throwing more. They've thrown more this season than run the ball. And I think they got to get back to running a little more effectively.
Yeah.
But, oh my God, do we have a Super Bowl rematch? Niners versus Ravens?
Turn the power off.
Oh,
Bears
the
are
Ravens. If this happens, okay, if we get a Niners-Ravens Super Bowl, the 49ers have to sign Colin Kaepernick to be a backup quarterback, and the Ravens have to hire Joe Flacco to be backup quarterback just for the Super Bowl, just in case.
Yeah, bring it back. Bears are non-compete.
Non-compete clause.
The defense of the Cowboys makes them contenders.
Oh, yeah. And so the Cowboys are one of the teams that should get better. Like,
yes,
I know Cooper Rush. We've all been on the Rush ride. We've gotten a steady dose of Cooper Rush. And we like the underdog, the bench warmer. They're going to get better when Dak comes back. Maybe not the first week back, but overall, they will get better. And if they keep playing defense the way they do, they're poised to not win the division because I think the Eagles will, but they'll be a strong wild card team.
Yep.
They're unlike other teams that I feel, and I think that, here we go. I just want to put the Chargers as the same type of team where once Herbert is actually healthy, they're going to be a better team. I think optimism lies later in the season, but Rams, pretenders?
Pretenders. Yeah, they're pretenders. Yep. Their offensive line is not going to allow them to be good. So
No.
Chargers, I feel like they're I think they go in the contender category because while they are trying to give their fans heart attacks, I think that, like you said, they're just going to get better with Herbert. They have so many good playmakers on there. And real quick about the Cowboys too. Right now, they know who they have in Cooper Rush, and they're calling the best type of game plans to accommodate for his skill. So when Dak gets back, it just allows for a more dynamic offense because right now they're just like heavily running the football. Then you're going to start to see like some stock in like CD Lamb start to come back when Dak returns. So Chargers are tough. Like I'm putting in contenders now, but because I think they're going to finish second in the division. So it might be a wild card spot. Raiders are non-compete. I don't even think they're pretenders anymore.
All right. Sorry, I just had to fire off a message.
Sorry. Yeah, so I think Raiders are non-compete.
Yeah. No shit.
Commanders are below the Raiders, but they're there. Chiefs are just put it low and just be like hell. Shouldn't be in NFL. USFL. Commanders works too. All right.
There we go.
Chiefs are definitely contenders. Saints are weird, man. Like they're a very, very weird team because their defense, like it has these flashes where they're super good. Their offense, like they have flashes like Taysom Hill, like that was it. But then you put up like all those points to the Seahawks. They're just weird, man.
Because they'll get Jameis Winston back,
which I don't think helps them necessarily.
Yeah, exactly. You took the words out of my mouth. But what they haven't done is utilize Taysom Hill to his full ability with Jameis Winston. It's like they kind of leaned on that with Andy Dalton. And it's crazy to say this, but I think their success goes through Taysom Hill. It just has to be a handful of plays every game.
Like that. So you're saying don't make him the starting QB,
no,
but just get him involved with the game. I got you.
Yeah, keep utilizing him in the wildcat sort of whatever. And they got a defense that can keep him in games. Alvin Kamara is finally looking kind of like, himself. If you can run and keep him involved and keep teams guessing, I'd put him in pretenders right now, which is a compliment.
I wouldn't put him in contenders. It's honestly between pretenders and non-compete.
Yeah. I put pretender with the possibility.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I can go with that.
Giants.
And now here we go.
Oh my God. Like I want to believe in you, Giants. I do. But we have to see one game where Daniel Jones passes the ball like a real QB.
I will say though, he kind of did that against the Packers. Like he was gritty against the Packers. I honestly think I don't know if I go as full as See, that's the thing. Like, I don't think that they're non-compete. Pretenders, because I think their coaching is significantly better. Saquon is good, but I guess they go.
Let's put them in pretenders for now.
Yeah,
with one more week to prove it.
Because their schedule is going to get a lot more difficult. But
I would put them in contender if they weren't in the division they're in right now, because if I got to pick, I'm going Eagles, Cowboys, Giants. But yeah, it's just a tough division right now. So
Eagles easy. Contenders.
Put you number one, baby.
Steelers are definitely non-compete. The Steelers are you go.
Put the Steelers with the Commanders.
Oh, that's mean. That at least Kenny Pickett looked serviceable.
Yeah.
You could take care of Broncos, buddy. Are they even pretenders anymore?
We're non-compete right now, man. Like, if you want to like dive into how bad the offense is,
they're
the
bad.
Numbers will scare you. It's scarier than anything you will see on Halloween, guys. It is that bad right now. Here's the thing, though. I don't think what we're seeing out of Russell Wilson is as bad as he really is. I don't know if he's going to get to where we thought he would be,
Okay.
But I think he can be a decent quarterback. I think the offense can be functionable, but like, and the defense is very good right now. There's some bright spots, but yeah, non-competing till further notice. Pretenders. Packers.
Packers pretenders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the thing. I have no problem doing that. People are like, "Oh, you're too hard on the Vikings." No, the Packers are pretenders right now too, because they have not won a game that makes them look like a really good team.
There we go.
They just haven't. I mean, they almost lost to a third string going into overtime. And again, I think that the defense of the Patriots good, and they proved that last week, obviously. But yeah,
I've added a new category for the Carolina Panthers, and that is you already fired your coach.
Mm-hmm.
And Tom, you and I gotta admit we were very, 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 very wrong about Baker Mayfield.
I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Remember, we did a whole episode where we were like,
Yep.
Would we take Baker over this QB? And we put like Baker is like, oh, that's
like the top 15. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like 15, 14, 15. He is playing at a historically bad level right now. I saw something. It's like he's in Deshaun Kaiser territory for how bad he's playing. Can't have that. As you put in the rundown, they may be trying to trade Christian McCaffrey, maybe DJ Moore. Like,
apparently there's like rumors of it, but I don't think they're like sustainable, because now that I could see you getting rid of Christian McCaffrey, because if you're just like committing to this tank and going, listen, he can't stay on the field, and we're gonna start completely over, like fresh. We're gonna get a new head coach, because I don't think Wilkes is gonna stay there. We're gonna have like basically a new regime, and we want them to be able to draft like their guy. I don't know if they do, but
I think so. And like, Broncos fans, it's like Christian McCaffrey, obviously, kind of have a need at running back. But if they were really considering either of those guys, give me DJ Moore.
Dude, that is all Packers Twitter's talking about right now, is getting DJ Moore.
Send Jerry Jeudy and a draft pick. Give us DJ Moore, and then I'm ready to go. Sutton, DJ Moore. That helps the Broncos, I think, more than Christian McCaffrey.
But that's because their defense is not awful. Like, it's a very young defense, because they're just investing in the defense through the draft. So the Panthers. So I think they just need to retool that offense significantly, and it's just a matter of like, okay, how much draft capital do you want for the upcoming season? Because that you're not going anywhere. Like, do you think how many drafts, if you are the Panthers right now, how many drafts is it going to take for you to be a contender? I think they're in the right division to be contenders, because after Brady leaves, I don't think the Buccaneers are going to be that great either. So
it could take one draft for the Panthers to be a contender, because they look like possibly the worst team in football right now. If they finish with the number one pick, you can probably get whatever head coach you want, right? Mm-hmm. Like the Sean Payton thing, the Dan Quinn thing. If they can come in,
though,
and they can have the best quarterback in next year's draft, which people are very high on, you get a great head coach, you bring in one of the top QBs. I think it could turn around really quickly. You just got to tank, though. They have to finish dead last.
Yeah.
And they can be better in one draft. And if they trade away Christian McCaffrey and add a pick or two, you can get another running back. They could turn around quickly, but
to this point, I've seen this a lot too, and I don't necessarily disagree. I think the Eagles are a very balanced football team and are very good. They have been going up against very weak opponents. I am curious to see how they do against the defense of the Cowboys, though.
Yeah, I don't think they're overrated. I think.
Well, I mean,
I think maybe teams, there's a couple games where Jalen Hurts was lighting it up through the air. Mm-hmm. He was picking apart it was the Vikings and the week after.
Yeah, he didn't do it this week.
Since then, it's been more, run first.
Yeah,
I think their defense is very good. If they can run the ball, and if you can get those games out of Jalen Hurts, I think they're formidable. Are they the best team in football 5 weeks from now? I don't know. But they play who they play. Right now, I would like to I want to see them play better competition. I do. That's fair. Oh, this
But
is
honestly, yeah, Cardinals, they're non-compete. Bills are obviously contenders. The Seahawks, they're another really weird team. They have the offense, but they don't have the defense.
No. And penalties. Seahawks or Broncos, most penalized teams in the NFL right now.
Rashad Penny also, sustaining injury.
He's done.
But that's the thing. Does anyone even think that like this is weird? Because I don't think I think as pretenders is the best thing that you could possibly do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I think because they're not that bad, I think they go in pretenders, the Patriots.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to see them be worse. And I knew their defense would be solid. It always is with, Belichick. And last season, in the preseason, there was so much hype around Ramondre Stevenson. And then they just didn't use him last year.
Yep.
Now they're using him, and they have to because Damian Harris, right, is hurt. So I think he's a stud. I think you run the ball with that. Bailey Zappi, very serviceable as a young QB. If the defense keeps playing well, they successfully replaced J.C. Jackson. It's like Jack Jones has been really good. So there's a lot of positive things, even though their record even though they're in last place, and which makes me very happy. They're a better team than that.
Yes.
But
so here's my question for you. You look at who we have in the contenders. So we say that there's 7 contenders right now.
Yeah.
Which of those teams, do you put in the top 3? I know we did power rankings, but in terms of that, the Bills are up there. The Bills have had they're fighting through injuries and they've had some weird games, but they're up there. The Eagles, but again, you do call into question their schedule. I really want to see the Bills and Eagles play. I want to see it so bad. AFC East has a strong division.
Oh, both the East, AFC and NFC East are the best divisions.
And then there's the Commanders. But yeah,
you got to have one punching bag.
The Chargers, I say they're contenders, but I don't right now. If you put all these teams in the playoffs, right? I don't think the Chargers are gonna go far. And it's I think it's weird because some of these teams are gonna get better. The Ravens, I don't know if they're going to get better. I mean, maybe you hope, again, when Gus comes back and they commit to the run a little bit more. If they do, maybe that. 49ers, again, they're dealing with injuries, but they'll be a tough playoff team, but I don't know if they're going to be at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, for me, it's pretty easy. The top 3 teams are the Bills, the Eagles, and the Chiefs. I just don't think any other teams stood out consistently those 3. It doesn't mean they will be the top 3 by the end of I think it's pretty safe to say the Bills and Chiefs will both be top 3 by the end of the season. Yeah. And they play this week, right? Bills Chiefs is this week.
Seriously, how that's not Sunday Night Football is a travesty, but yes.
So, and I think the Bills are going to win that game. It's just the Chiefs are very good, but they're not, man, it's just the Raiders were close with them. Who else did they almost let beat them, but didn't? I would have to look at their schedule.
Let's take a look, shall we?
Chiefs.
Schedule.
The Chargers were close.
That was the Chargers, yeah.
That was the game Herbert got, injured. So,
dude, and they lost to the Colts.
Yeah. It's just, the Colts defense is really good, though.
They beat the crap out of the Buccaneers. That game was not as close as the score indicated, but the Buccaneers, we're talking about, I don't think they're a good football team right now. So
yeah,
it's just weird, man. There's some weird this season. Well, I know we're about to be a third of the way through the season. I don't know. I think there's question marks for a lot of teams. A lot of them, and of course, this is going to look completely different, by the end of the season. But
it's one of those things where it's 2 things are kind of true at the same time.
Yeah.
Because if you look at our power rankings, we clearly think that the top 7 teams are exactly the same. But it's still just there's so much to be determined. Specifically 6-7, Giants, Vikings, that's going to change.
Yep.
Who knows about the Ravens? That division's kind of wild still, even though the Bengals are underperforming. So it's, There's a lot to be determined still.
Very much so.
And
Very much so.
the great equalizer in the NFL, injuries, and, extra game in the season makes that even tougher. We'll have I feel like week 1 of December, we're going to be the power rankings. If we do this list again, we should do it every 6 weeks, and then we can do one heading into the playoffs. I think it's going to look very different.
I agree. Completely agree.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Great episode, Tom.
You too, buddy. It was great. Perna, what do you got coming out?
I got a Why Everyone Hates Russell Wilson episode coming out today. I might have to do a news episode because it seems like a lot's happening. I have to go into That's Good Sports Law and Order once again. Thanks for nothing, Devante. What do you got, Tom?
Devante. I got the AFC South. Robbie, happy birthday, bud. Got the AFC South, their reaction to week 5. That's all written. I did that this morning. I just got to record it. Then I got predictions dropping later today, too.
Wow. Busy day for Tommy boy.
This is a light day. Only 2 episodes. Yesterday I did 3.
I hate you.
That's an easy day.
Your dedication to the craft.
It's just like kidding. You just have to have no life whatsoever.
Hey, man.
And
this is how you get to the top. That's how you get to the top, Tom.
That's how we get GPS to the top.
That's right. Nobody motivates me like Tom. Except for my wife and child, but
we don't have any food in the house. Tom is motivating me so hard right now.
I got to do a short today. Sorry. We're going to be eating ramen again tonight.
That's it.
Daddy, I don't want that.
You know what? And I don't want the offense of the Broncos to be historically bad, Carmi, but I guess we all can't get what we want. So, well, folks, thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. And you have been navigated.
And you've reached your contender or pretender or commander.
Don't get